Hidden behind enormous gates, surrounded by private land, and protected from the outside world, these estates are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Some have their own islands. They were not designed simply as places to live. They were built as monuments to wealth, power, and privacy. From California's most famous mega mansions to French estates created to rival royal palaces, these are 10 billionaire estates worth more than most private jets. Number 10. The Manor. Holmby Hills, California, at the center of one of Los Angeles' wealthiest neighborhoods, stands an estate built on a scale few private homes have ever reached. Known simply as the Manor, this enormous French chateau-style estate was built for television producer Aaron Spelling and completed in the late 1980s. From the outside, it looks less like a private residence and more like a royal palace transported directly into the heart of California. The property covers roughly 56,500 square feet and contains an astonishing 123 rooms. Inside are grand staircases, enormous reception halls, a private cinema, a bowling alley, a beauty salon, a library, and several rooms created for highly specific purposes. One was reportedly designed only for wrapping gifts, while another was used exclusively for storing silver. Outside, formal gardens, fountains, tennis courts, and long driveways separate the house from the surrounding city. The estate also offers enough parking space for a collection of luxury cars that would rival a private showroom. In 2019, the manor sold for approximately $119.75 million, making it one of the most expensive residential sales ever recorded in Los Angeles at the time. But its price is only part of what makes it extraordinary. The manor was built during an era when luxury meant excess without limits. Every hallway, room, and garden was designed to prove that the owner did not simply have money, but had enough wealth to create an entire private world behind a single set of gates. Number 9. The One. Overlooking the city from one of Bel Air's most valuable hilltops stands a mansion created with one impossible goal: to become the most expensive home in America. Known simply as The One, its developer imagined that a billionaire would eventually pay as much as $500 million to own it. The mansion contains 21 bedrooms, more than 40 bathrooms, 5 swimming pools, a private nightclub, a beauty salon, a wellness spa, a movie theater, and a 4-lane bowling alley. A massive garage was designed to hold around 30 luxury cars, while a private running track circles part of the property. Nearly every major room opens toward panoramic views stretching across Los Angeles and, on clear days, toward the Pacific Ocean. Glass walls, enormous terraces, and wide-open spaces make the home feel more like a private resort than a traditional residence. But behind its polished surfaces was a very different story. Construction continued for years, costs increased, and enormous debts began to surround the project. The mansion was eventually placed into bankruptcy proceedings before being sold at auction in 2022 for $126 million, far below the original $500 million ambition. Even at that reduced price, the One remained more expensive than many private jets. It became a symbol not only of billionaire luxury, but also of what can happen when a mansion is designed with no limits, no restraint, and expectations that even the ultra-rich may consider excessive. Number 8. Chartwell Estate. Rising above the hills of Bel Air, Chartwell Estate looks more like a European palace than a home built in Los Angeles. The mansion was designed in the style of an 18th century French chateau, with a limestone exterior, formal gardens, stone terraces, fountains, and perfectly arranged hedges surrounding the property. Its grand appearance made it instantly recognizable, and the estate later became famous as the exterior of the Clampett family home in the television series The Beverly Hillbillies. But behind its elegant facade is a private world built on an extraordinary scale. The main residence covers approximately 25,000 square feet and contains vast reception rooms, detailed woodwork, vaulted ceilings, and interiors designed to resemble the great estates of Europe. Outside, the grounds include a 75-foot swimming pool, a tennis court, a guest house, a pool house, and enough underground parking for dozens of vehicles. The estate also offers sweeping views across Los Angeles, stretching from the downtown skyline toward the Pacific Ocean. Despite being located inside one of America's largest cities, its walls, gardens, and surrounding land create the feeling of complete isolation. Chartwell was once owned by media billionaire Gerald Perenchio, who expanded the property by purchasing neighboring land and combining it into one enormous estate. In 2019, the property was sold for approximately $150 million, making it the most expensive home ever sold in California at that time. Number 7. Larry Ellison's Manalapan Estate. Along Florida's Atlantic coastline stands a billionaire compound so vast that it stretches from the ocean on one side to the intracoastal waterway on the other. Located in the exclusive town of Manalapan, the estate was purchased by Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, one of the wealthiest technology entrepreneurs in the world. But this is far more than a single luxury home. It is an enormous private retreat made up of several buildings, landscaped grounds, swimming pools, guest residences, and extensive waterfront space. The property occupies approximately 22 acres, giving its owner access to both a private oceanfront beach and protected water suitable for docking boats. This rare position allows someone to watch the sunrise over the Atlantic before crossing the estate to see the sunset over the intracoastal waterway. At the center of the compound stands a Mediterranean-style main residence surrounded by palm trees, courtyards, fountains, terraces, and carefully maintained gardens. Additional buildings provide accommodation for guests and staff, while tunnels reportedly connect different parts of the property beneath the road that passes through the estate. Its size creates a level of privacy that even many billionaire mansions cannot offer. From the public road, only small sections of the compound can be seen. Most of the property remains hidden behind walls, vegetation, security gates, and acres of private land. In 2022, the estate reportedly sold for approximately $173 million, setting a residential sales record in Florida at the time. For that price, Ellison did not simply purchase a mansion. He acquired an entire section of coastline, a private world with its own beach, docks, gardens, and multiple residences, all protected from the crowds surrounding one of Florida's wealthiest communities. Number 6. Tarpon Island. Just a short distance from the mansions of Palm Beach lies something even more exclusive, an entire private island controlled by a single owner. Known as Tarpon Island, the estate sits in the intracoastal waterway and is connected to the mainland by its own private bridge. Surrounded almost completely by water, it offers a level of separation that walls and security gates alone could never provide. The island covers roughly 2.5 acres and contains more than 28,000 square feet of living space. At its center stands a grand Mediterranean-style residence with large terraces, arched windows, elegant interiors, and uninterrupted views across the water. But the main house is only one part of the property. Tarpon Island also includes a separate guest residence, multiple swimming pools, a tennis court, a private gym, wellness areas, landscaped gardens, and extensive docks designed for large yachts. Nearly every section of the estate was created to take advantage of its waterfront position. The property underwent a major renovation that transformed the older residence into a modern billionaire retreat while preserving its traditional Palm Beach appearance. New structures and amenities were added, dramatically increasing both its size and value. In 2024, Tarpon Island was sold for approximately $152 million, making it one of the most expensive residential transactions ever completed in Florida. At that price, the buyer was not simply purchasing a luxurious home. They were buying privacy in its most extreme form: a private bridge, private docks, private shoreline, and an entire island hidden among some of the most valuable properties in America. Number 5. Palazzo d'Amore, Beverly Hills, California. In the hills above Beverly Hills stands an estate designed not only for living, but for entertaining on a scale few private homes could ever match. Known as Palazzo d'Amore, or the Palace of Love, the property stretches across approximately 25 acres of some of the most valuable land in Los Angeles. From its long private driveway to its terraced vineyards and enormous Mediterranean-style residence, every part of the estate was created to feel like a secluded European resort. The main mansion contains vast reception rooms, detailed ceilings, marble floors, sweeping staircases, and large windows overlooking the surrounding hills. But the true scale of the property becomes clear inside its separate entertainment complex. The property also contains extensive wine cellars with room for thousands of bottles, as well as numerous guest suites and garages built for a major luxury car collection. Palazzo d'Amore has been offered for prices approaching $200 million, placing it among the most expensive private estates in the United States. Yet its value comes from more than size alone. This is a home designed to operate like a private hotel, vineyard, nightclub, and event venue at the same time. For its owner, luxury does not mean inviting a few friends over for dinner. It means having enough space to host an entire celebration without ever leaving the property. Number 4. Fairfield. On one of the most valuable stretches of coastline in the Hamptons stands a residence so enormous that local residents gave it a name of their own, the House That Ate the Hamptons. Officially known as Fairfield, the estate belongs to billionaire industrialist Ira Rennert and occupies approximately 63 acres of oceanfront land in Sagaponack, New York. While many of the surrounding properties are already worth tens of millions of dollars, Fairfield makes even its billionaire neighbors appear modest. The compound reportedly contains around 110,000 square feet of total interior space, including a main residence, guest buildings, recreational facilities, and an enormous garage. Inside are 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, multiple dining and reception rooms, 2 libraries, and enough accommodation for a large number of guests and staff. But the scale of Fairfield becomes even more extraordinary when its private amenities are considered. The estate reportedly includes several swimming pools, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, a bowling alley, and a private movie theater capable of seating more than 160 people. There is also a synagogue and a multi-story garage with enough room for approximately 100 cars. Outside, vast lawns, formal gardens, and towering hedges separate the compound from the surrounding community. The property stretches toward the Atlantic Ocean, creating a private coastal world almost completely hidden from public view. Number 3. Gordon Point. At the end of an exclusive waterfront community in Naples lies a property that does not simply occupy the coastline. It controls an entire peninsula. Known as Gordon Point, this extraordinary compound stretches across approximately 9 acres and is surrounded by water on 3 sides. With around 1,650 feet of private waterfront, the estate offers sweeping views over the Gulf of Mexico and Gordon Pass, along with a level of privacy that few homes in Florida can match. Unlike a traditional mansion built around one enormous residence, Gordon Point contains 3 separate homes. Together, they provide more than 22,000 square feet of living space, allowing different generations of a family, guests, and staff to remain on the same estate while still having their own private residences. In 2024, Gordon Point was placed on the market for approximately $295 million. That figure represents an asking price rather than a completed sale, but it reveals how rare the property truly is. It is a private peninsula built for someone wealthy enough to own the land, the beach, and almost everything visible from the windows. Number 2. Chateau Louis XIV. A short distance from the Palace of Versailles stands a private residence created to make its billionaire owner feel like a king. Known as Chateau Louis XIV, the estate looks as though it has survived centuries of French history. Its symmetrical stone facade, golden decorations, formal gardens, and monumental fountains were inspired by the palaces built during the reign of Louis XIV, the ruler remembered as France's Sun King. But appearances can be misleading. This chateau is not a preserved royal residence from the 17th century. The residence reportedly covers more than 75,000 square feet and stands within approximately 56 acres of private grounds. Inside, painted ceilings, marble surfaces, chandeliers, and detailed woodwork continue the royal theme. Despite its traditional exterior, the estate is also controlled by modern technology. Lighting, fountains, security, and entertainment systems were integrated throughout the property, allowing a palace inspired by the 17th century to operate like a 21st century smart home. In 2015, Chateau Louis XIV reportedly sold for €275 million, equivalent to roughly $300 million at the time. The private transaction was widely described as a world record residential sale. Number 1. Chateau d'Armenville. Near Paris, hidden behind forests and thousands of acres of private land, stands an estate whose scale makes almost every other mansion on this list appear ordinary. Known as Chateau d'Armenvilliers, the property is not simply an enormous residence surrounded by gardens. It is an entire private domain, complete with woodland lakes, staff buildings, stables, and enough land to disappear almost completely from the outside world. The estate's history stretches back to a medieval stronghold built during the 1100s. Centuries later, the original castle was replaced after the property came under the control of the Rothschild banking family. Much of the chateau's present appearance was created during this period, combining steep roofs, exposed timber, and Anglo-Norman architecture with the scale of a royal country palace. The main chateau rises across 3 floors and reportedly contains approximately 100 rooms. Inside are 5 grand salons, 3 elevators, and 17 individually designed bedroom suites. Large reception halls, ornamental ceilings, and historic architectural details are combined with Moroccan-inspired decoration added by one of the estate's most famous former owners. In the 1980s, Château d'Armenvilliers was acquired by King Hassan II of Morocco. He carried out extensive renovations, transforming parts of the interior and adding the royal Moroccan character still visible throughout the residence. At that price, a billionaire would not simply be buying 100 rooms or a historic French chateau. They would be buying forests, lakes, roads, stables, staff residences, and thousands of acres only a short distance from one of the world's most famous cities. A private jet can carry its owner across the world, but Château d'Armenvilliers offers something even more exclusive, an entire world waiting for its owner behind the gates. These estates reveal just how far billionaire luxury can go. Which mansion was the most impressive? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more extraordinary homes, hidden estates, and unbelievable displays of wealth.